All right, moving on to the fucking fourth and final thing we're going to talk about today. It's from Bloomberg. Apparently, there's a push for America to fucking vaccinate the world. Uh, the world is not America's fucking problems. France can vaccinate itself. England can vaccinate itself. Israel can vaccinate itself. Palestine can vaccinate itself. Russia can vaccinate itself. You see what I'm saying? You can vaccinate yourself, fucking people. It's not America's responsibility to keep you safe. It's not America's responsibility to fucking give you money and take care of your fucking healthcare, your defense, and whatnot. You need to step the fuck up to the plate, human the fuck up, and take care of it your goddamn self. But let's get into this fucking article right here. So we get the world must do more to vaccinate. The U.S. must do more to vaccinate the world after successful rollout at home. The Biden administration needs to drive a similarly ambitious effort abroad. No, we do not. We need to focus on American fucking problems.
That's how winning is done.
The Biden administration's decision to begin sharing U.S. authorized COVID-19 vaccines with the rest of the world is welcome news. Now, coronavirus czar Jeff Sessions, who will lead U.S. efforts to fight the pandemic abroad, must swiftly create a global vaccine strategy that's focused, ambitious, and effective as the one that's worked so well domestically, even though it really hasn't. Those who have asked whether the U.S. ought to assume the burden should remember two things. No, we should not.
That's how winning is done.
First, progress at home will count for less if the pandemic rages unchecked abroad. Americans might be vulnerable to new variants. Trillions in output will be lost if trade and travel continue to be disrupted. And as the global death toll mounts, instability and resentment of the U.S. and other rich countries will grow. I don't give a fuck. It's not my fucking problem. The U.S. is uniquely qualified to lead the effort. It could soon have hundreds of millions of excess vaccine doses. It has more influence with several of the key vaccine developers and most diplomatic clout. Having worked on the ground for years to combat HIV and AIDS, which we didn't do a good job on, tuberculosis, which we didn't do good, and malaria, which we don't have a good hold on. It has expertise and long-standing relationships with public health officials and developing nations. More recently, it began to learn how to cope with the vaccine hesitancy and misinformation. Actually, fucking tuberculosis is becoming fucking antibiotic resistant, so we're not having real success on that. But anyway, success, however, will require more than administration's covenant piecemeal efforts. Its recent pledge to share 20 million Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson doses by the end of June, in addition to 60 million AstraZeneca shots, once they've cleared by regulators, will meet only a very small fraction of global need. The U.S. decision to support patent waiver for COVID-19 vaccines will do little exception fuel months of debate among trade officials. As effective strategy near the clear international schedule for sharing hundreds of millions of more doses before the end of the year, many should be donated to COVAX, the global facility for delivering vaccines to poor nations, which is short of supplies. See, that's different. If you're going to donate help to a charity organization that's already dedicated to doing that, that's motherfucking different than the American just fucking foot in the bill to fucking help people. Other doses could be earmarked for specific countries based on stated criteria, caseloads, fatality rates, distribution capacity, and most importantly, commitment to providing vaccinations to the highest need groups, such as healthcare workers and people over age 60. The U.S. should help to get those shots in arms. It should work with fellow G7 nations to fund efforts by the World Health Organization to improve delivery capacities in poor nations, and American officials can help countries more directly. We know we need to stop with the WHO and the UN. Those people fucking suck. They're sucking Chinese cock by advertising on logistics, distribution, and training a health worker, and by fighting vaccine misinformation. Finally, the U.S. needs to rally its partners behind a massive effort to scale up global vaccine production. The U.S. should expand manufacturing capacity at home, in part by addressing shortages of critical inputs such as bioreactor bags and filters, and encourage companies to license their technology to new partners abroad. Speed is essential. The G7 countries should work together to step up and sustain supply chains, train staff, inspect facilities, and pay more doses. We have fucking supply shortages. We need to unfuck our own fucking problems. Take care of your own goddamn vaccines. In the longer run, the U.S. should press for new regional networks for vaccine production, especially for the potent mRNA vaccines that are likely to be the most valuable in future pandemics. After 1945, open-handed help for capacity building in countries in desperate need earned the U.S. decades of goodwill and geopolitical influence. The global pandemic demands the same kind of ambition. I just really don't fucking think we should be fucking sending money abroad when we're having hyperinflation issues, gas shortage issues, Fucking people are not working, and more supply things are gonna be off the shelf. We're having all these goddamn problems at our border. We have a shitty government that's fighting each other instead of fucking working for the American people. We can't afford to be fucking focusing on other people's goddamn mess. People in England should vaccinate themselves. People in China should vaccinate themselves. People in South Africa should vaccinate themselves. People in Europe should vaccinate themselves. People in Northern Africa should vaccinate themselves. People in South America should vaccinate themselves. You see what I'm fucking saying? People need to fucking step the fuck up and take care of their own fucking problems. It is not, America isn't the police of the world. America isn't the fucking wallet of the world. America isn't fucking here to fund all of your bullshit. If you want fucking vaccines in another fucking country, in your fucking country, then you need to fund that initiative your goddamn self.
That's how winning
I'm
is
sick
done.
of being your goddamn wallet. We have our own fucking problems. Our infrastructure's falling apart. Fucking, our people are fucking attacking each other. People are being attacked in the streets for being fucking a certain group of fucking people again. Black, white, yellow, and polka dotted included. We have our own fucking system that we have to unfuck. It's not, if China dies of a disease and China goes extinct, China dies of a disease and China goes extinct, I'm fucking sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, actually. There are Chinese people in fucking America and other places. Chinese people will live on. The Chinese government will not. I'm not fucking sad about that at all. If the Chinese can't, but I'm pretty sure the Chinese is going to unfuck themselves. But same with Russians. But the same principle applies. If the Russians disappear because they can't fucking vaccinate and take care of themselves, then the Russians that live in other places in the world that did take care of themselves, they'll continue on, and they'll still be fucking Russians here. It's time for us to fucking stop being so emotionally driven and start working like the fucking facts. Facts. If a country's not good for fucking taking care of the vaccine on its own, then we fucking block fucking trade and you can't travel from those places and shit like that.
That's how winning is done.
We gotta stop. We don't have the fucking money to take care of these fucking people with trillions of dollars in debt. I'm not your fucking debt slave. I am not your wage debt slave. And if you start fucking keep treating me like this, I'm gonna end up like the fucking people at the Capitol riot.
That's how winning is done.
I'm just fucking saying. But anyways, that's all we have for you today. As always, I'm Dr. Mo. This has been my thought of the day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.